What is up, noobs and noobettes? Charles or Atingleee here, and welcome to episode 1 of my new series called Improve at COD. The aim of this series is to take you from a below average player and make you a great player. I'm going to be sharing with you all the tips that I've learned from all the years I've been playing Call of Duty, pretty much like 7 or 8 years, and hopefully one day you'll be able to tear that ass up just like I do. Drop all those the atomizer strikes like it ain't no thing, and I'm going to be starting off with some beginner techniques and then move my way up into some intermediate ones, and then after that some advanced techniques. And I'm really excited to share all this stuff with you. It's just gonna show you COD in a new way and blow your mind. It's just gonna show you how much little tiny things you change in your gameplay give you a massive advantage overall. So that's enough blabbing. Today we're going to be doing improving your aim and reactions, and I actually did this back in Black Ops 3, but I've gained a lot of new subscribers and I really want to redo that video because I didn't really like the quality. So let's get straight into that shit. Okay, let's get it started with your aiming sensitivity. I usually play on 5.5 and sometimes I bump it up to 6 if I'm sniping. I would highly recommend not having a high sensitivity, as contrary to popular belief, a high sensitivity does not mean a better sensitivity. For example, you may be able to turn faster and snap onto targets faster, but when it comes to medium and long range, any sudden movement on your analog stick will move your aim a lot, and it'll make it really hard to make those really fine movements in your aim just to get that guy's head on the head glitch or pick off someone from long range if you have a really small hitbox to aim at. So it's always better to have a low sensitivity that you can control. I usually prefer to use 5 because it allows me to remain accurate at medium to long range while still being able to turn quickly and snap people from close range. Even though I'm not able to turn as fast as someone with, say, a 10 sensitivity, I definitely always play in a way where I'll never be caught in a situation where I have to quickly turn and shoot at someone. I'm always constantly on the move and I always avoid people ending up behind me or catching me off guard. So if you're able to play in a way where you're not getting caught in sticky situations, it's always better to have a low sensitivity. I would highly recommend using something in the range of 4 to 8. Anything lower than this is a bit too slow and it might make it hard for you to turn and kill people. And anything higher than this is just harder to aim at people at long range, and a lot of your gunfights will be at that medium to long range, guys. So it's definitely good when you're able to be accurate in those circumstances. And don't get me wrong, by all means, if you are very confident in your aim when you have a high sensitivity, go for it, man, use it. But if you are a bit shaky and you're unable to keep your aim solid and smooth at all times, I would highly recommend lowering it and getting used to a lower sensitivity, as being accurate in Call of Duty is really important, guys. 1 or 2 missed shots in a gunfight will cost you your life, so being able to make sure your shot is always on target and isn't really shaky is very important. Okay, so how do you determine which sensitivity is best for you? I'll explain this technique a lot more in the next tip video, but basically it's through the concept of centering, guys. So what I mean by centering is constantly aiming your cursors in the direction you think an enemy will be. For example, if you're turning this corner, you want to aim it towards there, and then as you're turning here, you want to make sure you're aiming it towards there. Along with this, you always want to make sure that you're aiming towards the person's stomach or their chest. This is the largest hitbox on the enemy's character model, and it'll make it a lot easier for you to hit your shots, and it'll make it more likely for you to actually get those hit markers. So make sure you're practicing your centering, guys. When you're entering a room, always scan the room. Make sure you're pointing your aim in the next possible direction an enemy could be. For example, when I'm turning this corner, the first possible place I can see someone's over there. So I'm instantly aiming over there, and then as I'm walking out a bit more, I know that there's no one there, so I can aim over here and continue my aim. Make sure you're doing this, guys, and once you've mastered centering and you feel like you're using a sensitivity where you can keep your aim smooth like I am here, it doesn't have to be perfectly smooth. If you are a bit jittery, it's okay, but if you're constantly making sharp turns like this, it is not the sensitivity for you, and you should definitely change it up. So definitely experiment, guys, see what works best for you and see what allows you to center as good as possible. And yeah, man, that's going to be your best sensitivity and the one you should definitely be going with. And now, guys, just a few settings you guys should pay attention to. So firstly, we have target assist. This is pretty much aim assist, guys. You want to always make sure this is enabled. Sure, there might be that odd occasion where you're aiming at someone and an enemy runs across your screen and your aim kind of chases them and throws your aim off. But on the other hand, guys, aim assist helps you in every single gunfight, so it is definitely worth having this on. I don't care how pissed off you get at those random situations. If you don't have this on, you're putting yourself at a massive disadvantage, so definitely enable this shit. Next up, and this is optional guys, most pro players do this, and I used to do this in Black Ops 3, and it does make the slightest of differences, but it is to turn vibration off. For some reason, having vibration on kind of distracts you and it throws off your aim a little. However, I like the feedback of having the vibration when I shoot and stuff, as it allows me to predict how many shots I still need, when the enemy dies, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I just prefer it this way, but I would highly recommend disabling it if you're trying to improve your aim as much as possible. And that's it for aiming guys. Obviously it's going to take some time to get your aim really crisp, but keeping all these things in mind will allow you to improve at a faster rate, and hopefully your aim will be solid as fuck in no time guys. Make sure you're always centering your aim. Make sure you have a sensitivity that you can actually control. It doesn't matter how fast you can turn, you have to be able to control it. Even if it means you might die a few times because someone flies by you quickly, the amount of times it's going to help you in gunfights tremendously outweighs the amount of times it's going to be a disadvantage for you, so make sure you get that aim on. Let's move on to improving your reaction time. In a game like Call of Duty, having a fast reaction is very important guys. Being able to get that first shot on the enemy not only causes them flinch and throws their aim off, it'll also mean you require less bullets to kill them, and it'll just give you a massive advantage in that gunfight. Okay, so my best tip on how to improve your reaction time is to just jump into a private match with a bunch of bots and pretty much stay sprinting around as much as possible. As soon as you see an enemy, you want to quickly snap onto them and kill them. This will go hand in hand with your new sensitivity guys. It'll allow you to get used to it a lot, and basically what this does is it trains your mind to react quickly as soon as you see an enemy and to quickly snap onto that target. This will give you a big advantage in gunfights, and it'll allow you to kill the enemy a lot quicker and just win those gunfights more often guys. I would highly recommend practicing this for 5 to 10 minutes a day. Just hop into a private match quickly, run around all the time, because your gun takes the longest to come back up when you're sprinting, so practicing this will pretty much improve yourself overall when you're playing. And yeah guys, just basically stay sprinting around. As soon as you see an enemy, quickly snap onto them. Also, just another small tip, don't wait till you're aiming down sight at them to start shooting. Start shooting as you're aiming down as well, because you might get a stray bullet from your hip fire that'll hit them, and this will just mean you'll need one less bullet overall, and just it'll improve your chances guys. You definitely want to spray as soon as you see an enemy as opposed to as soon as you've aimed down at them. But yeah man, just keep practicing this guys. Over time your reactions will get faster and faster, and you'll notice yourself winning more and more gunfights, and you realize just how important it is to have fast reactions in a game like COD man. Like, being able to hit that first shot already gives you a big advantage. I would say hitting the first shot in a close range engagement makes it about 60 to 70% more likely that you'll win that gunfight. Obviously you need to make sure you're hitting the rest of your bullets, but yeah guys, make sure you're constantly keeping your aim on target, snapping those targets really quickly and getting that first shot in the gunfight. And just one final tip guys, and that is that you don't need to always use your right stick to aim. What I mean by this is that you can use your left stick to just strafe side to side, and this will allow you to get your aim on target. This technique is really useful if someone is on a head glitch, as it means you don't need to adjust your aim whatsoever. And also if they're very far away, it might be a lot easier to make sudden movements in your aim by just strafing left and right as opposed to trying to control it yourself. Especially if you have a high sensitivity, it will make it really hard to make those sudden turns, whereas if you're strafing with the left stick, you can make those really sudden accurate movements and allow yourself to get your shots on target a lot easier. But that's pretty much it guys. Hopefully you did find this video useful. If you did, be sure to drop a like. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe man. Gonna be a lot of tip videos coming out, so definitely something to always look forward to. If you have any specific tip videos you'd like me to make, be sure to let me know in the comment section below. The next video in this series is going to be winning more gunfights. This is another really important video I'm going to be making for you guys, and it's going to change your life. So hopefully you are looking forward to that, and hopefully you are excited for that. That's pretty much it guys. Leave me a comment letting me know what you think, or if you found it useful. Leave a like if you love Atingleee, or if you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you all in the next one. Until next time. Peace out, noobs.